this, and this is just real talk. So, I got other stuff to do. I got more work to do. I got more content to put out for you guys, but nevertheless, according to Rick Glazier, he seems to be the source. Now, Rick Glazier, I'm just gonna keep 100. He's hit or miss, but I'll pick up this story. But according to Rick Glazier, because Rick Glazier always loves to come with low numbers, and particularly when it comes to melanated fighters. Yeah, I said it. But nevertheless, it is what it is. But you know, I'm making phone calls, so I'm about to call my people and see what's up. But according to Rick Glazier, some reports have Frank versus Tank doing 200,000 pay-per-view buys, and it is only Tuesday. And if that's the case, that is very disappointing numbers. Very disappointing. Tank is supposed to be marketed as this big star. You would think a minimum of 500,000 at $74 a piece. That's like what, $14 million uh, revenue. So I don't think that covered the cost of. I don't think that Amazon turned a profit. Now, Tank, according to reports, he was guaranteed anywhere from 20 to 25 million. Now they're saying that Frank may have made around $3 million, but that might could be just stuff that they putting out there just to, you know, um, keep people off Frank's neck for basically, bowing out of the Shakur Stevenson fight. But nevertheless, they're saying that this fight, according to Rick Glazer, did 200,000 pay-per-views. Now, I remember during the Errol Spence pay-per-view days, people were talking as if 300,000 and 200,000 was great numbers. No, absolutely not. You can't lower the bar for Tank because Tank last pay-per-view sold 1.2 million pay-per-views versus Ryan Garcia. But he fought a relatively unknown fighter in Frank Martin. Now, the fight was sold out. The fight was sold out. But to a certain degree, okay, Tank has a following. At least Tank can put asses in the seats. But people wasn't interested enough in buying this pay-per-view because people didn't really know who Frank Martin is. So now, if you're Tank's team and you want to keep the train going, you want to keep the attention train, the popularity train going. Well, you have to up the ante, and upping the ante is gonna have to lead to him fighting somebody like possibly Lomachenko. Not that Lomachenko does big pay per view numbers, but they will be some interest just because of, well, Tank, who he is, and then Lomachenko, who he is, and what is his complexion for this particular fight. Now the fight is going to sell out no matter where they have this fight at. It's going to sell out. So if it's in Las Vegas, if it's in Los Angeles, me myself, I think Tank should fight in the new Clippers arena. But there you have it. These are the reports so far. Now, I'm not worried about the Tank fans coming after me. It is what it is. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, what did so and so's last pay per view?" We ain't talking about what so and so's last pay per view did. We're talking about what Tank's pay per view did. You can go to Rick Glazer's X account. According to him, this fight did 200,000 pay per views. So that would qualify as a disappointing uh, pay per view event, or some people would say flop. I used to die laughing when Errol Spence fans used to be saying, "Yeah, Errol's a star. He did 200." Man, what? So like I said, it just So in all likelihood, Tank is gonna fight Lomachenko next because he has to. I think the Lomachenko fight will have some interest just because of the dynamic, and I think they'll put a better marketing machine around a better marketing and promotional machine behind this fight versus what they did with Frank Martin, because it wasn't very much to put out about Frank Martin. He kind of is, under the radar, lives a quiet life type of guy. Even though Tank tried to shame him for allegedly being from the suburbs, like that's supposed to be a badge of dishonor coming for money. I just don't understand. So these are, according to Rick Glazer, the pay-per-view numbers. G Brown, I can't wait till they have a boxing match in that new you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. In all likelihood, I'm going to the Bud fight. Man, I'm just gonna drive over there. I heard it's like what, a mile, maybe like a mile on the other side of SoFi Stadium. I'm gonna just go check it out. I know the stadium is ready, so I'm gonna go over there and look, take some pictures. Hopefully it's completely ready where they didn't did the outside and the parking lot and all that stuff. But I'm gonna go over there and check it out though. Definitely. Most definitely. Anything possible. Yeah, rest in peace, Willie Mays. Well, Tank is gonna fight Lomachenko, and then who knows? Um, who knows? Probably a rematch with Pitbull. Ryan Garcia is going to learn his fate at the end of the week, so that's the next video coming up. So I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Well, some people don't like honesty. I hold everybody accountable, from white people to black people, Mexicans. I hold everybody. I get it, everybody. So nobody can say I just specifically pick on everybody. Of course, I'm black, but nobody just can't say I specifically pick on everybody. But at the end of the day, you know, I am gonna show more love for my people than I do anybody else because I'm black. But I call it right down the middle. That's just real talk. No, I said at the beginning. I said it came from Rick Glazer. I said, looking at the source, Rick Glazer loves to, when he does these reports for the brothers, he seemed to always come with these low numbers. But I don't want to insinuate anything, but well, I said it. I don't care. He just got a history of doing that. He just got a history because he always seen, when it come to these brothers though, they always seem to have low numbers, even though you check multiple sources that say otherwise. But whatever. But that's what they're saying so far. But I didn't think this fight was gonna do a million pay-per-views regardless. Because like I said before, Frank Martin is a relatively unknown fighter. And you have to keep it 100. Nobody asked for this fight. So, I mean, nobody asked for this fight. But here's the thing, though. Tank did sell out the venue. It's not like the venue wasn't sold out. He could sell tickets. He could put asses in seats. So to say that people won't come support blacks versus blacks, at the end of the day, do you think this fight would have did even more pay-per-views if he would have fought El Rayo or somebody? I don't think it would have did much more. Probably would have been around the same. I can tell you this much. I bet you Tank versus Devin Haney does way more numbers than this. I bet you Tank versus Devin Haney does close to a million pay-per-view buys, if not a million. Just because of Devin's popularity and the hatred that people have for him. People gonna watch because they think Devin gonna get knocked out. He'll do better numbers against Shakur Stevenson as well. So, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Well, Devin versus Tank will do big numbers. I'm telling you, they'll do 1 million. But I'm just keeping it. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. These are reports that's coming from Rick Glazier. So, like I said before, I'm gonna check and see what Michael Benson has to say. Now, Ryan Garcia fate will be decided at the end of the week. He's looking at a suspension, in all likelihood, the zero will come back to Devin Haney. He will be a undefeated fighter by week's end or in a couple of weeks. And if not, then basically Team Haney should continue to pursue whatever um, legal options they have. So there you have it. Be back with more. Sport Town. I'm out.